I wasn't snooping. That's the part that still feels unreal. It was a normal Tuesday morning. I work at a mid-sized marketing company in Chicago. Nothing glamorous. Decent pay, decent team, typical corporate life. I've been there for 3 years. Never late, never written up. Consistently hit my targets. Around 9:17 a.m., my boss emailed me. Subject line, Q4 adjustments. I assumed it was about campaign budgets. I opened it without thinking. Attached was an Excel file labeled 2025 Salary Overview, Confidential. For a second, I thought it was sent by mistake. Then curiosity kicked in. I clicked it. It was the full salary breakdown of everyone in our department. Names, positions, base pay, bonuses, including mine. I wish I could say I closed it immediately. I didn't. I told myself I'd just confirm my number and move on. But then I saw something that made my chest tighten. The guy I trained last year, fresh out of college, zero experience when he started, was making $12,000 more than me. At first, I assumed there had to be a reason. Maybe his bonus was higher. Maybe it was commission-based. It wasn't. His base salary alone was higher. I kept scrolling. 2 other co-workers with less tenure than me were also making more. One of them regularly misses deadlines. One of them comes to me for help almost weekly. And then I saw something else. There was a column labeled Retention Risk. Next to my name, it said, low. Next to the higher-paid coworker, high, do not lose. I just stared at it. Low retention risk. Translation? They didn't think I'd leave. That's when the email notification popped up again. Another message from my boss. Please ignore the previous attachment. Wrong file. Too late. For the rest of the day, I couldn't focus. Every meeting felt different. Every conversation felt fake. When my boss praised me in our one-on-one later that afternoon, I kept thinking, if I'm so valuable, why am I cheaper? I went home and couldn't stop replaying it. Was I underpaid because I never complained? Because I always said yes? Because I never leveraged other job offers? I've always believed hard work speaks for itself, but that spreadsheet made it clear. Loyalty doesn't equal leverage. The next morning, I scheduled a meeting. I didn't mention the spreadsheet. I just said I wanted to discuss compensation and market alignment. My boss looked surprised. He said budgets are tight, that raises are performance-based, that I'm doing great. I asked directly, is my compensation aligned with others in my role? He paused for half a second too long. Then he said, every case is different. Corporate answer. I didn't push further. Not yet. Instead, I updated my resume that night. Within 2 weeks, I had 2 interviews lined up. Here's where it gets interesting. One company offered me $18,000 more than I currently make. 18. Suddenly, I wasn't low retention risk anymore. When I handed in my resignation, my boss looked genuinely shocked. He asked if there was anything they could do. I calmly said I received a significantly higher offer. He asked how much. I told him. He went quiet. The next day, HR came back with a counteroffer. $10,000 raise. Still less than the new offer. And here's the part that bothered me most. They could suddenly afford more money when I was walking out the door. So why wasn't I worth it before? I declined the counteroffer. Now I'm in my new job, making more, doing similar work. But I still think about that spreadsheet. Not because I'm angry anymore, but because it changed how I see loyalty. If I had never opened that file, I'd probably still be there. Comfortable, underpaid, low risk. So here's my question. If you accidentally found out you were underpaid compared to coworkers and your company only offered a raise after you threatened to leave, would you stay? Or does the counteroffer feel like proof they undervalued you all along? Be honest, is loyalty